All right, some breaking news coming into the TRT World newsroom. We're learning a second avalanche has slammed into a mountain in eastern Turkey on Wednesday, burying search and rescue teams. The rescue crews were looking for two people who were missing after an avalanche buried a passenger minibus and a snow clearing vehicle in an area of Van province. Authorities estimate 50 people were trapped, while 25 people have been rescued. 5 vehicles are still underneath the snow. Authorities say there were over 300 search and rescue teams at the scene. Let's go to Ali Mustafa, who is in our newsroom with more. Ali, what more can you tell us?
In Van district. Van is a province actually which is near the border with Iran, so it's quite a hilly area, and it receives, as the pictures that were showing, a lot of snow. And over the past few days there have been avalanches, and that brought out rescue teams. 300 rescue workers were trying to get these people out, trying to clear the way, but the series of avalanches continued. Keep in mind that this particular area has been receiving heavy snowfall over the past several days, in fact, past several weeks, and we are expecting another front to come in from the east. So the situation might get a lot more worse than it is right now. These were rescue teams already that were in that area, around 320, as you mentioned, that were already trying to rescue people from a first set of avalanches that hit this area. So what rescue operations then might take place in the future to rescue the rescuers, we'll have to wait and see. But the governor of Van in the past few minutes, Mehmet Emin Bilmez, has been telling TRT World and Anadolu Agency that they will continue the search and rescue efforts, and will try to get these people out as soon as they can. So far, 30 people have been rescued, and 24 areas have become inaccessible across Van, according to the governor, Mr. Bilmez, as a result of these avalanches and the snowfall. And he says his crews are constantly working to clear that entire area off. But as the pictures on our screen show, it's a very difficult situation. They're not only battling the elements, so to speak, they're also trying to get access to these areas where a lot of people are buried, 20 people missing. And rescue workers are telling Anadolu Agency TRT World that 8 rescue workers have been killed in these efforts, 20 still missing in the avalanche. Very dire situation unfolding in eastern Turkey, but the rescue operations are continuing. Rachel.
Ali, we're looking at some pictures right now of people who've been recovered from the avalanche, victims there who are being put into ambulances and to be brought to the hospital. I know there's concern about more avalanches. It's a very precarious rescue operation. Do you know anything about that, about how dangerous the situation still is there?
Absolutely, and I think this is what people are concerned about, because the latest round of deaths in the second or third avalanche that has hit this area was primarily rescue workers themselves. They were trying to get into these 24 areas that are now inaccessible, completely cut off as a result of these avalanches. So the calculus here for the governor and the authorities would be, do they then send in more rescuers, given the precarious situation that 300-odd rescue workers find themselves in, with at least 8 killed? Will they be putting the lives of more men in danger as a result of it? But if they don't act, that number of 8 rescue workers killed might go up. So it's a very difficult calculus, a very difficult decision for the authorities in Van to make. And from what we are hearing, there's now a national effort unfolding. A national emergency of sorts has been called, where rescue teams from other adjoining provinces may join in. Heavy equipment might be called in. As the pictures show, they're doing everything they can. They're using shovels. And if anyone that has dug in snow using shovels, it simply doesn't work. After a certain while, if the snowfall continues, it keeps piling up, and whatever you're shoveling gets back into the hole. So this is the condition they're working in. They need heavy equipment. The Turkish armed forces have assisted in this situation in the past. They haven't been called in yet. But again, a difficult decision for these people to make. Do they then continue sending in more people to rescue at the threat of being stuck there, losing more men, or do they sit back and let this bad weather strain pass through and then go in? But that might mean that a lot of people might freeze to death given the situation. So yes, this is a very problematic situation for Vaughan and the authorities there.
All right, we certainly, anyone who's ever cleared snow in less precarious situations know how difficult that job is right now for those rescuers. Again, we're following breaking news. A second avalanche has hit a mountain in eastern Turkey, burying search and rescue teams. We're learning that 8 rescue workers have been killed and 20 are missing in this second avalanche. The teams are looking for 2 missing people after a prior avalanche buried a passenger minibus and a snow-clearing vehicle in an area of Van province. We'll keep you updated here on TRT World as we get more information on this developing news story. Stay with TRT World for the latest.